Virginia Tech, the home of the Hokies, and don't forget, my son, it's time for Enter Sandman. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. The Canes will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hokies offense will get the first possession of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It'll be 3rd and long. Davis looking to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. So Miami's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making...
Breaks into the open. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it behind the line. It's Carr. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. And the Canes line it up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And here's the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Danced his way through traffic, pick up for 4 to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Davis will throw. Pocket breaking down. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. He'll push his way out to the 38, pick up a 3. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl, But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. 6th play of the drive coming up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening it. Davis looking to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Spencer. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Lost a throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Hokies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Quick release on the RPO. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Chadwick. A little release to the back. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete. These fans touching the figurative Hokie stone, doing their part to help out on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Hurricanes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. using his legs to buy some time. And they'll get enough for the first down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding onto the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Looking for a man, it's Chadwick. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Leaves it with the back. Blast is way ahead, but not much room to pick up a run to the 24. Ball's at the 24, a lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. He's got it on the move. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Wants to throw again. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete. To be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And it's no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Davis will throw. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Slips through the line. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Touch! Flying the friendly skies!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. BYU was relentless today in a road win that, frankly, wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Cougars performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll leave it with him. Jukes his way for more. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Davis looking to pass. Throwing right. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Hokies will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Canes can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Sandman entered earlier, and now they're trying to make it go night-night on this 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I'm not a huge analytics guy, but on 4th and 1, if you're going to get pushed like that from your O-line, I say go for it every time.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Unloads to the right. Complete downfield. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Chadwick. Looking down the middle. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. 3rd down play from the gun. Snags it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Hurricanes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
This guy is such a weapon for this offense, especially down in the red area. Because of his speed and his size, he's a nice target right there on the post. You see him, it's just really hard to box him out and prevent him from catching the football. Good decision by the QB, and it results in a touchdown.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in. So now it's 2nd and long. Davis will throw. Setting up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Overton. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Hokies in the hurry-up. Gonna look downfield again. Fires to the right. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Caught behind the line. It's Overton. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws for the tight end. Hauls it in. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the 1st half.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll move the tight end. They'll go to the ground, finding open areas. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Davis looking to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Overton. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Hokies are in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on first down. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab on the right. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And perhaps there's some confusion. The field goal unit is out there. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And the Canes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Turning it on. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
The Hurricanes will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, in trial. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Almost had the completion, just missed it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Davis will throw. Makes the catch. It's Green. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. And it's good from 58 yards out. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Purdue managed to avoid a bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around West Lafayette had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Gonna take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. Flips it out on the screen. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Hokies send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Complete to start this drive.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. Tackled at the 45 after the 5-yard play. It's enough for the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs.
There he goes. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out.
Deep shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
This quarterback is having a day, man, and right there he was looking for touchdown pass number 5. He has been dialing it up. He's been throwing strikes. We haven't seen him miss very much like he did just there, but what a game this dude is having.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. Dead center perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Snags a quick pass on the left.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Davis looking to pass. Finds the tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the 2nd half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. The screen, he can go. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Overton. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Hokies had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Now from inside the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Overton. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Davis will throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. Looking to throw again. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. The inside handoff. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of 1st downs. I need 2. I need 2 1st downs, and I'm going to let that clock.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Canes will call on their punt team. Sends his 1st one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. The give out of the gun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Chadwick. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Oh, they're after him. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Ball hasn't hit hitting the ground a lot for this QB. He's already thrown 4 TD passes. He saw a look, wanted to take another shot, and that time they just fall short with the incompletion. But this defense, they have...
Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. The give to the tailback. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. Under fire. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Davis looking to pass. He's got him in the flat. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball.
Oh, he's got some space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And the Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The snap sets up the throw. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find something to build on here at the end, David.
Yeah, just try to keep fighting. Show your kids you're going to keep fighting, keep throwing the football, try to get some points up. Palmer, points have been at a premium. They haven't scored very much, but keep fighting, man.
Yeah, and just, you know, try to find things to build off of for next week as well, right? I mean, it's all about continuing to improve week in and week out. So whether that's identifying playmakers or just seeing what you can come up with here at the end of this game and not quitting.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Davis will throw. Pressure coming. And they get to him, and down goes the quarterback, and you just cannot afford that in this spot. The Hokies will punt it away on 4th down. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.